All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If it's your first time here, do me a huge favor by dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you for stopping by for another video and all the continued support. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started with today's pickup. So this is actually a sneakers app W. I could not believe I hit for these shoes actually. It is the Nike Air Trainer 1 Cactus Jack. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. I've seen a lot of different names for this shoe: Cactus Corporation, Cactus Jack. I'm just gonna call them the Nike Air Trainer 1 Travis Scott's. All the same thing, y'all know what we're talking about. So let's go over the box. Got kind of a special box here, which you expect when you see these Travis Scott shoes. Cardboard box here, Cactus Corporation on the top. And this whole Cactus Corporation thing gave me like this kind of workwear vibes, kind of like, what is the popular workwear brand? I cannot remember right now. Carhartt, yeah. So it kind of reminded me of that, all the different, like, you know, earth tone colors and the way they did the shoe and everything just kind of reminded me of that when I saw it. Take a look at this side of the box. You got the Nike symbol and the Cactus Jack symbol right there. And there's your size tag information. I picked this up in a US men's size 9.5, and we'll go over that a little bit later in the video. Another Cactus Corporation logo there. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and open this box. I've already taken one of the shoes out, but as you open it, you got that special paper here that says Cactus Corporation. I'm not gonna, you know, pull it all the way out, but I think that's what it says. And you open that up and you've got another, the shoe is individually wrapped. So you got white paper there. So just in case you're thinking about buying them aftermarket or you're just curious, I figured I'd just show you that. So that's the box, that's the paper and all that good stuff. And here is the shoe. There we have it, y'all. The Air Trainer 1 Cactus Jack or Travis Scott's. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what your immediate thoughts of the shoe is. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts. My first thought when I saw this shoe, I gotta be 100% honest. A lot of the images I saw did not have the shroud. I didn't know initially that this shoe came with the shroud on it. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. We're gonna start with that. There's a lot going on with this shoe. So it's kind of got these buttons here on the shoe, if you can see that there, right? And you just kind of pull it off there. All right, and before we get into anything else, drops it on the floor, there are instructions underneath here. It says Cactus Corporation, attention, read carefully, yada, 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 follow the instructions, ensure. Okay, so basically this is just showing you how to fold it up and insert it into the pouch on the tongue, which I'll show you that a little bit later. Hopefully you guys can see all that. So that's kind of cool. And you've got a QR code over here and everything, and your size information, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, tells you how to put it inside the tongue of the shoe. I personally, if I, you know, whenever I wear these, I will probably never wear this on it, so it'll probably stay inside the tongue. But here we have it, y'all. The Air Trainer 1 Travis Scott's Cactus Jack. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Overall, the colorway, I like the browns on it, nice fall shoe and everything. The materials on the shoe are, you know, it's kind of a canvas material. So we're gonna start here in the back. You've got kind of like this kind of beige and like kind of a darker tan, like striped coloring right here, which is different, and it's got a little texture to it. Like I mentioned, it feels like a canvas, almost corduroy-like, but not really. And then you've got this kind of brown swoosh here. And like I mentioned with this type of, you got the same kind of pattern that's back here on the eyelets right here as well, but it's in like a darker brown and, yeah, like a brown and like lighter brown color right there. All right, now moving around, actually, one second, you got the midsole, you got the dark brown there, and then you've got that kind of lighter brown or mocha looking chocolate color, you know, coming out on the side there. So really quick about the colorway is actually light chocolate and rust pink. So I'm assuming that's what that is there. So just wanted to let you know the colorway of the shoe. Now let's take a look at the toe box really quick. You've got this kind of rubber, yeah, like rubber material on the toe there. And then this part right here is like a suede or something. It's actually pretty soft. This part, when I first felt it, it kind of like, especially on the back, and we'll talk about it in a minute, it kind of feels like a tire or something. like a car tire or something like that. That kind of rubber material. But yeah, moving up from there, you got more of that kind of canvas material right there. And you've got a black suede tongue there. And you've got that Cactus Corporation strap right here in brown with the rust pink color text. All right. And on the laces, they kind of took it back to the 90s with this, where this shoe is from back in the day. But in particular, these laces, I remember these growing up because back in the day, you know, people like to switch their laces out a lot now. They usually come with different laces and stuff like that for certain shoes. But back in the day, they didn't come with like a lot of extra laces. At least I don't remember that. So we used to go to the store and buy these laces, these speckled laces right here. And this is like a brown, and it looks like black and maybe that like rust pink or beige looking color speckles there. So kind of cool to see that on this shoe. And at the top there, you got that, I think CJ, Cactus Jack logo in rust pink. All right. And speaking of the tongue really quick, I almost forgot, you do get extra laces really quick. And these are in, I think, black it looks like. I'll probably just leave the brown in here because I like that look. But speaking of the tongue, I talked about that earlier. So there's a look at it, all right? And if you look here on the side, there is a zipper. So we're gonna open that up. All right, and this is the inside of the tongue where you would place the shroud that I showed you guys earlier. So let me see actually how, yeah, it goes, the opening goes the entire length of the tongue. So all the way down here is where it stops. So that's kind of nice to have that there. Just kind of cool to see that on the shoe. Go ahead and zip this back up really quick. We talked about the laces here. Let's take a look at the medial side. You've got that kind of backward swoosh that we've seen on all of the Cactus Jack shoes, kind of that thing now for Travis Scott shoes. Yeah. Well, I thought I just noticed something on my shoe there. Is that like a mark on it? Y'all see that right there, that black mark? I don't know if it's like a thread or something got on it right there on that beige part. Can you see it? Yeah. Oh well, that just kind of caught me off guard. But back to the medial side of the shoe, you can see that kind of rubber heel there coming around the side. On this side, like I mentioned, you do have the reverse swoosh, but it's a little bit different. It's kind of like a rubber swoosh on this side, and it's got the stitching around it. Whereas on this side, it's just this kind of flat looking swoosh there. And then you've got, you know, oh, I guess another difference. On this side, you've got the that kind of canvas material, but on the medial side, the rubber from the front of the toe wraps around and up there to the strap. So medial side, you've got that rubber, and on that side, you got canvas that connects to the strap. And yeah, I think that'll be about all for the medial side of the shoe, guys. Let's take a look at the heel, which is one of the more interesting parts of the shoe. You obviously got that Cactus Corporation there on the back of the heel in pink. And this right here, when I first felt it, I mentioned it earlier, it kind of reminds me of like the rubber, like a rubber tire or something. I don't know, maybe, I was trying to think of what it felt like, but that's kind of what it reminded me of initially. And you've got this kind of zipper pocket on the back here. Now, I think this is more so for looks because I can't even get my finger in here. Like, you know, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, did I mess that up? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so if you, I doubt you can put something in here. If you, I can barely zip it back up. It's so tight. Uh-oh. Well, we'll get back to that later. I'll try and get it zipped back up, but wow, it is really hard to zip back up here. Hold on. Anyway, whatever. Let's take a look at the actual outsole of the shoe. You got that nice kind of, I'm assuming this is the light chocolate colorway, I'm not sure, but the brown midsole outsole there, you got some patent information here and that rust pink Nike text right there on the bottom as well. All right, now let's talk about the actual insole of the shoe because I do believe they are different, so I'm gonna pull out the other shoe here. This one still got the shroud. I'm not gonna take it off, but okay, on the left shoe, like on most Travis Scott shoes, you've got Cactus Jack logo there on the actual sole. All right, and on the right shoe, you've got the Nike Air symbol in that rust pink. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. And now that I kind of noticed, the inside of the actual heel collar is pretty soft too. Just want to kind of call that out because I just kind of noticed, well, I felt it, but it didn't really occur to me. You know, sometimes, you know, like I can appreciate the extra paper and whatnot, but just now trying to get it back into the box and, you know, all that paper and stuff, look, just wrap them with just one from now on. Like it kind of gets annoying trying to put them in and out of the box with the 2 pieces of paper and wrapping paper. But anyway, but there's the inside of the actual heel collar. See that there? It's kind of soft, soft, and it's got like a little bit of a pattern to it, if you guys can see that there. Okay, now that'll be about all, guys, for the Nike Air Trainer 1 Cactus Jack. As for, you know, the sizing and all that stuff, I went with my usual 9.5 and they fit great. I will say I do have a little bit more room in the toe. I think you should go true to size, or you could go a half size up. The real reason that I went a half size up on this shoe is because of this strap. I have a slightly wide foot, and I thought this strap was gonna be extremely tight because I have like a pair of like Paul George, like those Paul George PlayStation shoes that dropped a few years ago with a strap on it. That's gotta be one of the tightest shoes that I own. And it's that strap, I can barely close the strap. It's like, they're too tight. But what I will say is that I had no issue. The only issue I had was really right here on the side. I felt like my pinky toe was kind of like pushing up against this here, but it wasn't super painful. Now, I haven't worn these all day yet, but I imagine throughout the day it might become an issue. But I still think you could probably go true to size. My toe was probably like right around there. So I had about a finger's width in the toe, which is what I prefer. So no issues on the top of the foot or anything. It was just that side part right here that my pinky toe kept hitting, but that's about it. So yeah, true to size or half size up if you're a wide footer. Like I said, you could probably still go true, but I just like half size up for the extra room. But yeah, that's about all, guys. Overall, I like the colorway of the shoe. Now, I don't think I mentioned this, but this is actually my first Nike Air Trainer. For me, I never had a pair back in the day, and I'm glad to have one. I'm kind of shocked that I was able to hit on this shoe, but I'm assuming that it's because, well, at first I thought maybe a lot of people didn't go for them, but then like, that's not true. You know, everybody's gonna put in for a Travis Scott shoe. But maybe it's the model shoe. Honestly, I think I just got lucky on Sneakers app because I had no idea. I did not expect to hit on anything. I put in for all of them, like the Air Maxes and the 2 colorways for this one, and I hit for this and I was totally shocked. So glad to have, you know, the first Air Trainer 1 in the collection, but also, you know, just to have, I guess, the whole Travis Scott one. I am not a Travis Scott fan as far as the music goes. I've never really been a fan. He might have 1 or 2 songs that I'm like, okay, that beat is fire. But as far as like, oh, I keep Travis Scott music on my phone, that don't happen. It don't happen. I've just never been a fan of the music. But what I will say, I'm a huge fan of the way that Nike supports or, you know, puts out products or collabs with Travis Scott. I just wish they would have done it with a different artist. Like I was thinking the other day, maybe like, you know, I know Drake had the OVO thing, but I still feel like he just didn't have as much like stuff as Travis Scott does. Like on for his website the other week, right? There were like all these shirts and shorts and everything, right? And I was like, why couldn't they pick another artist, you know? But I guess a lot of people like Travis Scott's music. I'm just not really one of those. But I do like a lot of the shoes and stuff that they put out as far as the Travis Scott collab goes. But just thought I'd mention that. That'll be about all, guys. Comment down below and let me know what you think of the shoe. I appreciate all of you watching. Again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do really appreciate it. I know that like probably well over 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Like, that's crazy because I get quite a significant amount of views, but they're not, 90% of people aren't subscribed. So do me a favor and hit that button. It does help out. And comment down below and let me know how you feel about the shoe. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, because it does help get this video out to other people who enjoy content just like this. That'll be all from me. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.